All right. Good afternoon, good day, everybody. Haki Ami here, the Success Scholar. Thank you all for tuning in and listening to this broadcast. It's an honor and pleasure to come to you today. We're definitely going to have a great conversation, of course, and I'm uh, great to be in the building. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of playing with my new toys so everybody can see me. But definitely it's a pleasure. We're gonna have us a conversation today about international travel and of course Tanzania. And I have two great sisters on joining me who has traveled all over Africa throughout for years and years and years. But this time we're gonna focus our efforts and discuss, Tanzania and trips 2021. And so we can first just allow for both of you to kind of introduce yourself and let people know exactly what we're going to have coming up here in Tanzania during this 2021 season. Kim Poole and Angela Sales. Let me say your name.
Thank you. Who
Whoever
do you
want
want
to
to
lead
go
off
first?
So
first.
should I go first
Add
or
on, Kim.
should
Go
I
you first.
volunteer? I
Yes.
don't mind. Thank you for that incredible introduction. We do love travel on the continent, whether it be for pleasure, an escape from being in the hinterland, or a more strategic itinerary based on business development, repatriation, and curating those investment opportunities for the diaspora, and as well as intracontinental, so connecting north, south, east, west, the five regions of Africa as well. We've done it all. So I'm an artist, a performing artist, and over the past 5 years, I've worked with the Teaching Artist Institute. So training artists to use their art as a tool for community development. And one of the ways that we've funded our work is by operating TAI Tours, where we
Hey
use
Kim. Hey
artists
Kim.
to curate.
Uh, hey Kim. You're a little low. Can you move the phone closer? I don't know what's the problem may be, but try that.
Um, Maybe I can turn everything
Do you
up.
sound better,
I can
Angela?
move the phone closer as well.
Yeah, I think that sounds a little
Let's
better. Angela, how that sound? You muted Angela, but okay, go ahead if you wanted to. But all right, you sound better. I thought so.
Okay.
You
Sorry
sound
for
better.
the challenges in volume. Can you hear me now?
Yes, that sounds better now. Yes.
Nice. And so I was just at the point where I was telling you all how TAI Tours began, um, as an opportunity to fund the Art for Social Transformation work of the Teaching Artists Institute. So within our collective, art is beyond the aesthetic. Many people know me as a performing artist. And so when we first began the work of the Teaching Artists Institute, they thought, oh, yes, I'm signing up. Kim going to do a lot of shows. We're going to have a lot of fun. And it's still a lot of fun, the work that we do with artists. But we have been more intentional about community and sustainable development. And what I've found about using artists as the innovator, as the designer, is that they bring the same creativity to the sustainable development table, to the civic engagement and community development tables, as they do to the stage or to the canvas board. And I've grown to appreciate how artists are teaching other sectors how to be more creative and innovative. And so sometimes our tours with TAI Tours are helping to connect areas around the world that are interested in sustainable and community development, in addition to having a good time. So we use our artists as curators, and we create excursions that are based on the art forms of the artists leading those journeys. And that kind of makes us different from other tour companies in operation, because we aren't just taking you to the location and managing the logistics, but we're creating uniquely developed opportunities for you to engage in the region through the eyes of the artists that are a part of the tour. And so I kind of think that gives us an edge. Under TAI Tours, we also do study abroad. for students, researchers looking for field study, for professors that are looking to come and help to teach arts integration into several fields. So we have a couple opportunities that maybe we'll talk about throughout this interview later on in the conversation. But I'm so excited about TAI Tours because, being able to operate a tour company in a COVID world is difficult than it has been in past years, but we're surviving. And not only surviving, but we're thriving. And that means that this is what the people want. And so I'm glad to be able to offer this service to my community. I hope I didn't go too far, Mr. Ami. Are you on mute? I think he's on mute, guys.
Yeah, okay, I'm good now, right? Wait a minute. All right. Yes, so thank you for chiming in and adding on, giving a quick history. It's really going to be an awesome opportunity. So for those that may not know, we are broadcasting on our Facebook, which I should have did at the TAI Tours, but I'm sorry. So it's okay. I could have did that as well, but we'll send it on there as well.
No, it's
But
okay. We'll share it.
yeah,
We'll definitely share the conversation.
definitely. So last year we went to Tanzania, and it was all of our first time. So that was an amazing experience, and so we really have some experience there now. So people can really be assured that the kinks, the experience is there. The kinks have been worked out, and and one thing, going into different countries, it's always going to be different. Is that what you've experienced that, right? Well, you both, and I'll let Angela kind of come in and share. I just wanted to impart that, and Angela can come in and add on to that. I think you unmute Angela. Wait a minute, or do I need to unmute you?
She's
You
on
muted.
Okay.
There you
Thank
are.
you, Haki.
virtual world.
Greetings, family. Yes, yes. Thank you for the opportunity to join you today on this program. This is definitely an honor and a privilege. The world that we're living in now, particularly us as Black Americans, it was news to me to find out that there's a lot of people ready to repatriate or move back to the continent. And it may not even be moved back for some of us that are born here, but also, but just to go back, and go back and stay. When we were in Tanzania, we met many families that have left America permanently to go live on the continent of Africa. And even since we've come back, many of the people who are interested in traveling with us are desiring to figure it out, like how to leave here, to go live in Africa, and then how do they sustain themselves. And so it's just a very interesting time. People have been going back to Africa for many years. Particularly, we know there's many African Americans in Ghana, but now more and more Black Americans are going to East Africa, and Tanzania is one of the locations, as well as a few of the other countries over in the East. But I'm very excited about the work that we're doing. Kim and I have been rocking out for about 5 years now, and before we got together, we were both had that travel bug, and we also have a common interest in international things, just culture and affairs and being adventurous and meeting people. And so we just became a good fit, and we're sisters on top of that. So it's just like, we're able to work together and work through whatever it is that we're going through, and still just be on one accord. And now, because we have found ourselves in a good working relationship as well as a sisterhood, we are able to expand that into a business model that allows us to provide opportunities for others to experience the things that we experience. And so her being an artist brings a lot of creativity to our tours. It brings a lot of color. It brings a lot of interesting and different things and her concepts and the way that she puts things together that you're just not going to see on typical tours, be it here or abroad. I think that creativity and that artistic aspect adds a lot of value and differentiation and uniqueness to our experience. Of course, I'm there to help with the logistics and to enjoy that others have a great experience and just deal with challenges on the ground, but also to have a good time and just enjoy seeing um, wanting people to get the experience that they're looking for. And so Tanzania in particular, I guess we'll talk about the details of the trip, but honestly, no shade to my family in the west of Africa, but right now I really am loving the east a little bit more than the west. There's a different energy, a different vibe, and it's one that I can see why people like to go there and stay. So we'll talk about the upcoming tours that we have coming for the summer and the fall. But that's kind of my intro, Brother Haki. Are you still with us, brother? I see that you're on
Yes,
mute.
I'm here. No, I'm here.
Okay. I don't want to ramble, but I just wanted just to give the family a little insight as to how we came together and what we're seeking to do as a company.
Great. Yeah, no, sounds good. And I think it's essential that people understand that you've been able to see both East and now the West Africa, and I'm sorry, the West and now the East, and going back, and I think that from what I've seen in terms of when I look at travels in Africa and how many different groups actually do uh, experience Tanzania. And as I watch many different films and people doing their vlogs, it's like a real exciting experience. With some of the places that they go. Uh, so let's, if we wanted to get and iron out some of the details, and of course, we encourage everyone, those of good sound mind, body, and spirit, to definitely consider taking this journey with us. It's not closed up thus far. We have a good amount of people attending this year, and it matters who you go with, and it's good to go with some people that have some experience and people that have connections already there as well. So, Kim, if you want to add anything else to that.
I do. Angela, when you spoke, you said that I'm cool, I'm hip, I'm creative, and that adds the color.
Low muffled, low
And
muffled.
singing,
Is she a little muffled? Yeah, a little closer.
my phone. Okay, hear me now.
Uh, Go ahead and mic check.
Hello, hello, hello out there.
Yeah, you're a little muffled.
Not sure what to do.
It's choppy, still
I'm so sorry.
choppy.
You would think that we were in Gambia now. Why is signal acting like
Right.
this? Um, I guess I can try to get through it. I'm not sure how well you can hear me, but as Angela, shout out to my Shiro for acknowledging. It looks like the host has muted my mic.
No, I muted you, then unmuted you, but that wasn't it.
Okay. But yeah, I wanted
I'll
to
try
say,
something else.
Angela, though I appreciate you, um, honoring me as you always do and supporting me, which is the importance of sisterhood in business. Since we're here on the call together, we have often have an opportunity to do that. But I just have to put that light on our curators. working with artists all over the world has helped me grow in so many ways. And they really are the secret ingredient in the experience that we offer. They make the difference. Each one of us together as a collective, as Thailand, so to speak, our artist community. I mean, everything from architects to visual artists and muralists and yoga practitioners and drum makers. I mean, it's really in the network. And these artists are the glue that hold us together. They're the fabric that we, our top family fabric. And so, shout out to them. Yes, I'm cool. I'm hip. Thank you for noticing. But without our artists, the Teaching Artists Institute, as we know it, and thus TAI Tours, would not be. And so, thank you, Angela, for acknowledging the art part because it matters. And as it relates to our tour this year in Tanzania, it just makes me reflect on the tour from last year and where we should be as a people collectively. Each one of our tours has a theme, and that theme is based on the symbolic landscape of the area, meaning what is the cultural narrative? What are the people doing? We try to take a pulse of the people and also what's needed, what our company has to offer at the time in terms of our artistry and great ability. And then we create a theme for each tour.
Hey
Language,
Kim,
yeah.
you're kind of choppy. You're kind of choppy. Let's go to Angela and try to go out and come back in. Let's do it like that, Angela. So let's have you kind of come on and we can just add on to some of the destination points and the purpose of the October piece. And if Kim can sound better when she in, I'll just have her do that. I wanted to let it go for a couple, but I don't want to like prolong it too long. But
No,
so
for
just kind
sure.
of
I'm sorry for the signal guys again, and I really want to tell you about the tour. I know we'll have an opportunity to do that in the future.
yeah, come out and come back in. Try to log down and shut and reset your phone or whatever, or if you're using the phone. Okay. So Angela, can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you sounded good. All right. So let's.
So
I
let's
mean, of
talk
course, we
about
can do
the,
this another time. Go ahead.
yeah, we could talk about the October tour definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So for the family, Thai Tours is, I can't see myself though, Haki.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay,
Um,
sorry. Thank you.
no problem.
I'm
Okay, there we go.
multitasking. I'm getting people. I'm sending it
Yes.
to different groups and everything. So yeah, go for it.
Okay. Yeah, so for the family, we have two tours this year scheduled for Tanzania. And the first one is coming up in June. It's our Summer Learning Institute. And when Kim rejoins us, she will tell you more about that. Then in October, we have our second tour to Tanzania. I believe the dates are October 11th through the 23rd. It's a 12-day tour, and it is called the Fertile Ground Tour. It's actually a land and investment tour, as well as an opportunity to see the beautiful country of Tanzania. And so the cities that we will visit, of course, we'll fly into Julius Nyerere International Airport, and everyone knows he was a freedom fighter for the country of Tanzania. But that is located in Dar es Salaam. So we arrive in Dar. We visit the beautiful city of Bagamoyo, a port city. It has Tsukuba University there. Actually, one of our sheroes, several of our sheroes have businesses in that region. There's a beautiful beach there. It's just a nice place. It's a nice town. We'll also visit Zanzibar Island, which is
Mm.
right off of the um, well, it's off of the mainland. It used to be its own country, but they merged with the country of what was at one point Tanganyika,
Mm.
and Zanzibar was Zanzibar, and the two countries came together to become Tanzania or Tanzania, and so those two countries merged. So the government structure is actually kind of interesting because they both have presidents, but but the mainland is the predominant government for both. But Zanzibar is a very exotic place. I'll never forget it because it's the first time, my most memorable experience there. One of them was the first time I ever did yoga. So the first time I ever did yoga was in Zanzibar at the
Oh,
Indian
nice.
Ocean at 6 o'clock in the morning with a group of very wonderful people,
Mm,
curated by one of our very own Thai curators out of Uganda. And so I'll never forget that. The water was cool and warm and it was clear. And it was just a beautiful experience. And
mm.
so we will go to Zanzibar. We this year, I think we've decided we're going to take the ferry over so that we can enjoy that experience of taking the ferry. Our tour will
Yes.
also take us to Arusha and the Moshi region, where we will do a safari, and we'll also visit Mama C and her compound. Of course, she repatriated to Tanzania about 50 years ago, and she's still there. She's raised 28 Tanzanian children in addition to her own children, and she's still there doing good work. And she's actually a pillar of the community up in that particular region. Um, we will also, our tour will also take us to Duma, which I see our Shiro and partner. She'll tell us more about that. There are opportunities for our delegation to do some investing in that area on some land that's available. And so our tour will also take us there. So we're going to have an awesome time doing a lot of wonderful things, but also looking at opportunities and talking to real people on the ground with different proposals and investment options for those that are looking to do some building in Africa. We know we need to diversify our portfolios with the way over here in America that the banks and the government are just printing money and giving out all this stimulus and all this free money to all these people.
Hmm.
Like that has a long term impact. We may not feel it now, but those of us that know you can't print money without consequence, that there's something called inflation, and that the way the currency fluctuates against other ones, we may want to look to diversify. Plus, with COVID and all of the new paradigms that we have, we just know that being in Africa offers much more freedom in more ways than one. And so this Fertile Ground Tour is definitely an opportunity for those who have been wanting and wishing and dreaming about going to the continent to make that into an actual reality. And of course, myself, Angela Sales, the founder of Financial Unity, the Institution of Financial Unity, along with Brother Haki Ami, the Success Scholar. We will be your personal curators and tour guides for this particular tour. And so we're very excited about that. And we have a few more seats left if you want to join us. We are filling up fast. So yeah, come on board and let's. I see our sister Mariam is here.
Hmm.
And she is a native of Tanzania. So we can hear from her, and she can also tell us more about the opportunity for investment and why people should come to Tanzania. What's great about it? Thank you, Brother Haki.
All right. Thank you. And thank you, Miriam Akwaba. Greetings to you. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Haki. Thank you for
All right.
inviting me.
Yes, yes, yes. Kim may come on any second, but we held it down for a couple of minutes, so we appreciate you. And we worked pretty close this year with you, and well, last year with you and your father. So we're certainly appreciative of both of your efforts, and so just shared and open up. You've seen the transformation happening, but you founded a facility because you want to do your tourism operation. So share exactly what you have going on, and even some of the sights of Tanzania for those that may not be as aware.
Okay. Thanks, Haki. Well, as you all know, Tanzania is famous for its amazing landscapes and animals, the big fives, the ocean, like Angela told you, the Indian Ocean, clear water and white sands. But I was more interested in promoting the culture of Tanzania, because that is something that's not really being promoted. It's just something that they do if they have time after you've seen all the animals and all the amazing beach and landscapes. So I figured I'm not really a nature person, if you like. I grew up in the bushes, so for me to go on vacation and look at animals, it doesn't feel like a vacation. For me, a vacation was when I go and visit my family, who is from a very diverse background. We're not from one tribe. We are several tribes. For me, it was like a cultural tour every time I went on holiday, when my mother picked me up and we went to visit my auntie, who was a completely different tribe, and she had different activities, different rituals. I enjoyed that. And when I came to Europe, I felt that was more important to share with people rather than the animals. And of course, you can't go year and after year and just see the big five. You can do that once or twice maybe, but after that, you're looking for something else. But
What's the big five? What's the big five?
Oh,
What's
the
that?
big fives. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. The big fives are the top 5 wild animals that you should see if you're going to any tour. So the top 5 animals to see on safaris, and that's a lion, an elephant, a rhino, a leopard, and a wildebeest.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's always nice, and everyone who goes there, like, I have to see these 5 animals because they're the top 5. But you do that once or twice, and then you're done. But the thing is, with culture, we have more than 130 different tribes, and each tribe has its own culture, its own ritual, its own language. You can come 130 times back to Tanzania, and each time you visit a different tribe, each time you learn something new, and the rituals don't just repeat. They also change, they also develop. And for me, that was much more interesting than the animals that I grew up with in Morogoro. That's also in the middle of nowhere. It is also a place that I would like to suggest for investment because it's totally not developed. If you're looking into farming, Morogoro is also a great place. Fertile land. There they have the pure red soil that's very, very good for farming. So I started my own business called Biswahili. And basically what I try to portray with my company is to ask people to live in the day or a week of a Swahili person, a real tribal person. So when you come with me, I'm going to take you through the tribes. Even if I just go through my own family, we are like 7 different tribes within my own family.
Wow.
And then they sprout out. Also, my sister is married to somebody from another tribe, and so forth and so forth. And we have our own different rituals, different languages. For example, this is a funny one. My mother has remarried, and her husband is from another tribe, and she didn't know their language at first. And when she went to visit his house, the mother offered her something that she thought was very strange, because a lady came around and the lady was shouting, "Vaginas, vaginas," and she's like, "What? You guys walk around selling this stuff?" And so the mother-in-law asked my mother, "Would you like to purchase some for your husband?" And my mother's like, no, I'm good. Later, she found out that in my father-in-law's tribe language, this means honey. And the lady walking around was selling pots of honey. So you see, even within our own tribes, the communication is not one. Simple things like that can get you in trouble. So she had to learn a completely new tribe. The way they eat, the way they talk is different. The way they greet each other is different. And that, for me, is really fascinating. That's what makes Tanzania as it is. If you can imagine, we are a country with 130 tribes, and yet there are no news or reports of tribal wars. Whereas if you look at our neighboring countries, Rwanda, Burundi, Uganda, Kenya, it's constantly tribes fighting each other. And you never hear of Tanzania having any kind of tribal conflict.
Wow,
that's something I pride. That's something I pride on, and that's why I focus with Be Swahili. Means come and be in Swahili. Every time I can take you to a different tribe, a different location, and you will learn the authentic tribe as they live, as they work, whatever they're doing. For my wedding, we went on a pre-wedding safari, and we spent a day with the Hazabe tribe. And we were invited to go hunting with them, which was at 4:00 in the morning. So we had hunting lessons, and these are nomads, so they don't stay in one location. So we had to spend a day looking for them in the bushes, and then they invited us to go hunting with them, and that's near the Lake Eyasi in the northern parts of Tanzania. So for me, that's what fascinates me, and that's what I want to sell to the world.
Okay, wow, beautiful.
In short.
Yes. So thank you for chiming in. That's Be Swahili, and it's definitely a building. And you can, how many people can stay there? I mean, is it like 20, 30 people? I don't know.
Oh yeah, okay.
Still in the process.
At the moment, I have one location. I have a bed and breakfast where I have my mom as the manager of the location, and at the moment we only have 3 rooms. Okay. We have one family room which can take up to 4 people, and then the other rooms are double rooms. So we can't take large groups of 20 as yet, but that's still working in progress. But the idea of Kiswahili is not just staying at my place. The idea is that I place you with a Tanzanian family. So if there's no place at my private place, my private compound, I can place you with another Tanzanian family in the area. And then you live with them, who are completely a different tribe. Not everyone, this is in Bagamoyo, by the way, and not everyone in Bagamoyo is from the same tribe. I mean, the Salaam tribe is the main tribe over there, but we have the Ziguas as well. So it's mixed. We have Makonde, who my sister's father is from that tribe. So there are different tribes, and if you come with us, or if you come with me, I will put you in at my place first, and if there's no space, we can spread you out among the different tribes in Bagamoyo. And I don't know if you all know, but Bagamoyo is the old capital of Tanzania, the capital of slave trade back in the days. So if you want to start looking where you are from as an African American, I would say Bagamoyo is a good place to start, because that's where they got all the slaves. That's where they mixed them up and started walking them west of Africa and then put them in boats. Wow. But Bagamoyo was the main port.
Wow. Okay.
And there's still a lot of this, a lot of reminders of all these slave trade activities. We have graveyards of the Germans. We have still the hanging place over there. We have the headquarters of the slave traders. There's a museum with a registration of what you guys might call the Book of Slaves. So they're all over there registered. You can check it out at the museum.
Right. Okay.
The first Arabs that arrived on the continent in Kaole. We have also in Bagamoyo. It's also interesting to visit.
Wow. Okay. Well, beautiful. So definitely, we appreciate you. As I mentioned, we weren't going to keep you. We just wanted, and you definitely didn't disappoint us with sharing some insights that we wouldn't know just, by touring. Of course, there's a lot that we would have to learn for years and years, obviously. So we certainly look forward to staying connected with you and continuing on, and we will be in that Tanzania area in June and October. So we definitely looking forward to that. So is there anything else you wanted to say? If you want to add anything else, and I can go back to Angela if you want. Angela, you want to ask her question? And I see we have Dr. Rogers if you want to say anything to Sister Miriam as well.
I would like to add, just before Angela comes back, I want to add that although Zanzibar is great to visit and everybody loves and goes to Zanzibar, but if you're more of a private person like me, I'll check out the other smaller islands. There is an island called Mafia. I had my honeymoon over there. It's amazing. Same scenery. It's a marine park, so it's a protected island. White beach, white sand, blue beach, blue water, everything. Perfect for diving, snorkeling, all kinds of water activities. If you want some private space with your loved ones, Mafia is the place. Zanzibar is very touristic, but Mafia is the place. It sounds a bit creepy because it's called Mafia, but it's really amazing. They're like 2,000 people or something.
I don't know if Kim mentioned that to me. I'm gonna look through my notes, but I think she mentioned that island particular as a consideration. I know I heard of it, and I was like, yeah, like you said, like what, the Mafia Island, really?
Yeah, so, it's very, very unpopulated, very private. And I just heard that our past president made sure that there was also a canal, not a canal, a boat that can take you there, because in the past you could only fly to the island, but now you can also take a boat to the island. So you can watch all the wildlife, marine wildlife, while on your way over there.
Great.
All right. Definitely. I did have a question for Mariam. Mariam, can you tell the family a little bit about the opportunity in Tunduma that we will discuss that offline more, but just if you could give some general information for those that might be interested.
Having a bad hair day, brother.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Dennis coming on.
Greetings.
Hi. Greetings. Okay. Tunduma opportunities. So I have about 25 acres of land that was offered to me last year by the local councillor for me to invest in the education sector. Because that's my area. I'm a teacher, and I wanted to put up a school of tourism to educate the local young people and get them into the tourism industry. So obviously I can't use all that 25 acres of land. So you're welcome to get in touch with me and or deliver your business proposals. And we're not just looking for education institutes, but anything in the retail, hospitality. If you're looking to make an investment in hospitalities, the place Tunduma is very undeveloped. It's really very, very young. There are no major hotels. There's no university there. And also people from Zambia are traveling over there to do their regular shopping and education. So if you place an education institute in Tunduma, you not only have students from Tunduma, but you also get students from Zambia, because they travel all the way to the north of Tanzania to go to university or college. So there's lots of opportunity over there. So you're welcome. I think I will use only about 5 or 10 acres, and the rest I'm looking for people to come and join me.
Okay. So that will be part of our Fertile Ground Tour family. So come along with us if you would like to visit the site and have access to that opportunity.
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right. So I didn't have much more. I think we hit all of the points, and definitely stay connected to TAI Tours, everybody. You can find me, the TAI Tours Teaching Artists Institute Facebook page. Of course, you can definitely go to there and leave a message, or you can look me up or leave a message here, or email me, hakiami@gmail.com, or send a text 410-209-9687, however you feel, and or WhatsApp there as well, 410-209-9687. So wherever you are in the world, definitely meet us. Don't, when I say don't, meet us there, beat us there. So I just want to encourage everybody. Brother Dr. Rogers, thank you. I just offered this brother to join us. He's a brilliant brother, Sister Angela. So he's done a lot of scholarly work. So I just wanted him to, hear this discussion as well.
Good to see everyone. I was listening in the latter parts of the conversation. As you know, it's everybody's working from home, Zooming. It's a real interesting times right now. But just tuning into the conversation, I think you all are very much on point with what we need as a nation, as a world, and that is we need to make these proper connections. I made the point in the chat that last year, 2 years ago, actually, when they did the year of return to Ghana, West Africa was kind of leading that charge. That was actually conceptualized in 2017 by the then Secretary of Tourism. And they sought to connect that 400-year history of Africans, here in America, to coming back to Elmina Castle in Ghana, West Africa, in a way that would benefit the tourism industry. And the numbers are still bearing out, but they say in that year alone, over 1 million African Americans returned, and it netted the nation something like 1.2 billion in revenue. So that means on average they spent $1,200 for the return experience and the in-country spending. We know cultural tourism is very important, and I was listening to the speaker earlier talk about the big 5 animals, and she's more impressed with us sharing the culture of Tanzania. And so I think that there's a connection that can be made with African Americans, and I put AfricanAncestry.com because they test DNA to let people know where they come from, etc. But I think that, from an African American perspective and African-centered African Americans perspective, when we are younger and we see the tourism of parts of Africa evolving around the animals, to some of us, I'm speaking for myself, it's off-putting. It's not in something that I specifically seek to indulge in, even though I know that that's a part of the tourism attraction that's been marketed. And so I think what you talked about is very much more a part of the tourism element that we're interested in, the human to human, connection to connection. And I think that if we properly organize and market that Tanzania, just like Ghana, can benefit. Ghana benefited so much that, as you know, they provided ongoingly citizenship to folks in America. Stevie Wonder is moving to Ghana, West Africa, and Ghana, the year after the year of return, continues to have high tourism numbers as a result of the tourism marketing for the year of return.
Wow. Yes.
So just from a business perspective, there are opportunities there to work with the larger tourism industry in America, African American tourism industry, to bring them into Tanzania as you build up your capacity to host them.
Right. Yes, that's powerful, and I think that definitely many of the people that went to Ghana, they're thinking like, what's next? So I think we have a large market to fill. So definitely, thanks for that input, my brother. Anybody want to add to that, and then we can begin to close out. And I appreciate you all for joining me.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Brother Dennis. For me, culture has always been the way forward. Maybe just like you guys, looking at animals was never interesting for me. I didn't identify
I see
myself.
someone's lips moving. I can't hear you.
Oh, can you not hear me?
I hear. It might be on you, Angela. Can you hear?
I see your lips moving. I can't hear you either, brother. Maybe it's my computer.
Yeah, it's on you, brother.
Oh, there we go.
Angela.
I'm good now.
Okay, go ahead.
I was just saying, just like you, Dennis, I never identified myself in those animal safaris. I didn't really see the need to go and look at a bunch of animals. I'm not a zoo person. I don't like zoos because I don't think the animals belong there. But I don't go out in the wild to look for animals personally. If I see them, yeah, I see them, but I don't go for fun to look for them because they're wild. In my experience, you don't go and look for danger. But I get it that some people find that as a good kick and it's their thing. They should do their thing. That's that. But for me, if you want to really settle in a place, you need to know the culture. If you're good with the people, you are good with the place you're at. I mean, if you're good with the animals, you're not gonna get that far. Okay, you're gonna be another one of those ape studies people. I don't know. Okay, I don't know how many of those we can have in Africa. But if you guys really want to return home, you need to understand the people. And you need to start with the cultural tourism, spend time with different tribes. I think it's good that you guys have already made the step, the return to Ghana, but get to know the other tribes, because like I said, I'm learning now from my father that the slaves that were put on the boats, they were not all from the same area. They were all just mix and match, or sometimes one slave master would say, okay, can you get me some of my slaves to the United States? So can you get me some of my slaves to Europe? And they will all just go in one boat, and then they'll just be dropped off randomly at different areas. So you can't really say, yeah, my people came from Ghana. Maybe you were made on the way to America. Your parents got pregnant and you were made on the way there, and it was a mix of East and West Africa. So it's good to get to know the culture, because if I look at you guys, and I'm talking about Angela and Kim, I see some similarity in their behavior, in the things that they do. I was like, oh, that's like typical Zaram behavior, you know? But they don't know that. They don't know that because they haven't been in touch with the tribes. But we identify ourselves, like the way I speak Swahili, people can identify which tribe I am. The way I wear my hair or the way I wear my clothes identifies me from my tribe. And then I know everybody will look at me and say, oh, she's from that particular part of Tanzania. And I think it's important for you guys in your search to return to Africa to spend time with the tribes and just get to know the culture. And you might think, yeah, I'm from Ghana, and then you realize that you relate more to the tribes in Kenya or to the tribes in South Africa, and you should go there. You should go where people are like you, not just physically, but also mentally like you. So,
and if I may, just to add to what you're saying, the company AfricanAncestry.com, they actually connect, so they say, people's genetic makeup to various ethnic groups in various land masses on the continent of Africa. We use these words like Tanzania and Ghana, etc., but they actually connect them genetically to ethnic groups and people back home. So it may be something to consider for this group to find out, you know, where people are from, or to have that as a possible add-on to the tour price. And we may find that someone actually on the trip is literally from a genetic pool that goes back to this landmass we call, you know, Tanzania.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good idea. I would like to add one thing, even though I really don't want to get political because I don't like politics, but a lot of questions I get from those that want to visit is there dual citizenship? Black Americans think you can go to Ghana or go to Africa and get dual citizenship. And to date, I don't really think it exists. I mean, there's a couple of hundred people in Ghana that got it after being there for 10, 20, 30 years. But by and large, we went back with several billions of dollars. And Stevie Wonder may have gotten his, Ludacris and all big name celebrities, but regular folks that want to go back, we need some advocacy from our brothers and sisters on the ground, and that are in the right places and spaces for those of us that really want to come and help build, help correct the brain drain, help bring, cutting edge technology and expertise and skills and contacts and networks. We would like to have some type of, I don't want to call it reciprocity per se, but incentive, like Mzungu and like Chinese, they come over there, they get land, they can bring their military, they can, own ports and piers and they can just come in and do what they want, and we can't get a dual passport. And so we would just like to still put that on the table, because I can't respond to people. They say, oh, we can go see the animals, we can go see the culture, we can go eat the food, we can go to the beaches, but if we really want to live here, are we welcome? Can we make a living? Can we be recognized as, someone that's really part of the society? So we can't negate that part of the discussion when we're talking about the diaspora in Africa.
Yeah. And
okay.
if I could just respond, I'm a political scientist by training. So when I hear people say, I don't want to get political, we're all political, living in political waters. It's all. But if you do a Google search of Ghana dual citizenship, a page comes up from Ghana, and it really lays out, their presentation to the world, at least online, of the dual citizenship program. So the research is there, as Brother Malcolm X says, of all of our studies, history is best proving to reward us. So we just do the story, do the historical research is there.
Okay, and with regards to Tanzania, there is no dual citizenship. If there was, I would have one already. But they do have a system that allows you to function just as well. If you like, it's just like in Holland, we have you can either get married or you can have a partnership contract, and it works the same way as people who are married. You are seen as one entity. You pay taxes as if you are married, and so forth. And in Tanzania, you can't get the citizenship, but you can operate and you can do as much as the locals. Maybe the only thing you won't be able to do is to vote during elections, and that's it. But you can buy land, although it's not easy. You can buy land and you can set up businesses. That's not a problem. And in the last few years, corruption has been really cracked down. So things are really, really tight. You can't go through the back door anymore. And if you want to invest in Tanzania, you also have to invest in time. Things don't move as fast as you guys are used to in the States. I think Angela will testify to that, and Haki as well. A concept of time works differently over there. A concept of urgency works differently. What you might consider as urgent, it may not come across that way there. But you need to invest the time. And eventually, look at me, for example. I started this idea of Biswahili in 2008. We set it up. And it's only last year that somebody from Tanzania recognized my work and offered me the piece of land. That's from 2008 until 2020. That's I'm a recognized business, and I've been offered a piece of land by the state. So you need to really just keep on pushing, and also your networks. And the network also works by understanding the culture, understanding the tribes, because when you're networking, you have to know how to communicate with people in different ways. The way you communicate with my tribe is not the same way you should communicate with a tribe of President Samia, for example. So once you understand that, it will move. And maybe you won't get it in over a week or a month, but once you get it, you can function just like a Tanzanian, and everything will work out.
Beautiful.
So I'll just say perseverance is the key in Tanzania.
All right.
Because we live in the land of pole pole, Hakuna Matata. You guys know Hakuna Matata from Lion King, but us locals, we say pole pole. Pole pole means take it easy. It's like the Spanish say tranquilo, poquito. So we just chill, and that's how business is. Also, you can't rush business in Tanzania.
Right,
and when you rush, people are suspicious. Why is he rushing me? Why does he want to get to know me? Why does he want me to get to know him? Why is he rushing? So you make yourself suspicious.
Wow. All right, all right. So we thank you here. We coming up on an hour. I want to thank brother Dr. Rogers. Thank you, Angela, for hanging in. See, I posted in the up and a link here. Join us in the land and investment tour October 11th through the 23rd. So definitely, I want to encourage everybody. Angela, you want to, if you want have any contact information, or if anybody wanted to reach you.
And do you have
directly.
a certain number of spots available at this point?
Yes, we're about half full, so we still have space maybe for maybe another 6 to 8 people at the most, I want to say. Yeah, we're filling up quickly. People are really interested, and since I won't say since they got extra money, but folks are putting down their deposit and reserving their space. So it's a good time if you want to go, because there's money that you didn't account for coming through. But yeah, it's not too late for you to register. All you have to do is simply give us a call. You can call Haki or myself. I'll provide the number 440-703-0030. Or you can go on Facebook to Teaching Artists Institute and, hit us up in the inbox and we'll contact you. Or you can even send us an email and reach out to us that way. You can send an email to financialunity@gmail.com. That's one way to get us. So you can call, give us catch us on social media, or send us an email and we will send you the registration link. We've already had our interest meetings, and so we've those that were interested early, we recorded those. We'll send you a recording that pretty much answers all your questions, and then we can follow up with a phone call and get your space solidified. And then coming up pretty soon, we put together a orientation series for those that are traveling. We have a 4-part series, so if you've never been out the country, you've never been to Africa, or even if you have, there's just some tips, for a successful travel, some do's, some don'ts. And so we go through that thoroughly and in detail as part of coming on the tour. So you'll be well prepared. And we actually ask our delegates to start exercising about 30 days before the trip, because we do take a hike up to the Kilimanjaro waterfalls, which I failed to mention, but that is one of our excursions. And so you want to be fit enough to do that if that's something that you're interested in. So yeah, we have a lot of great things. So my name is Angela Sells. I'm a curator. Again, you can reach me at 440-703-0030 or email financialunity@gmail.com, and we will get you a spot on the tour. Fertile ground.
All right, all right. Well, I see Kimberly Connor trying to get in, but that's another Kim who may join us as well.
Hi, Kimberly Connor.
She not in totally. I think she ain't hooked her mic on, but I'll have to send this to her. I just wanted to give her a shout out towards the end. So thank you again, Sister Miriam, and thank you, Brother Dr. Dennis Rogers, and so thank everybody, and we'll see you all soon.
All right, salute. Thank you.
Blessings. All right.
Peace.
Karibuni.
Kwaheri.
Karibu, asante.
Asante sana.
Asante sana.